Once you've learned the knit and purl stitches, you can start mixing it up to create different textures. So I'm going to show you the seed stitch. Now, the seed and moss stitches get confused or mixed up constantly. There is actually a lot of controversy about which is which. So I'm going to show you the seed stitch that I learned. It is knit 1, bring your yarn to the front of your needle, and then you're going to purl 1. Take your yarn back to the back of your needle, knit. Bring your yarn to the front of your needle, purl. And alternating that knit purl stitch is what is going to give you the seed stitch. Moss stitch is a little bit different. There are also variations called double seed stitch. You can also do, if you do a knit 2, purl 2, you start getting ribbing. But I'm just going to show you the seed stitch. So once we get to the end of this row, bear with me because there's 30 stitches here as I'm doing a project. The project I'm doing is I'm doing the knitting accreditation program for the Canadian Knitters Guild, and I'm using the gauge swatches that I'm making through it to create these videos. If you are interested, I will link the Canadian Knitting Guild website in the description of the video. Check it out. A fabulous group of ladies. They're found all over Canada. And the knitting accreditation program is actually really cool because you end up putting together a sample book of gauge swatches and various knit stitches. And I can tell you that somewhere, we can see, I knit 2 here instead of knit 1, purl 1. So I'm going to have to go back and fix that, but I won't do that on the video. So you get to the end, and for the seed stitch, what you have to do is you have to alternate different stitches. So you can see we have the bump that I knit on the previous row, or I would purl here, and then I've got the flat stitch here that would be knit. I'm going to alternate it. So for the bumps, or the purl stitches, I'm going to knit, and for the flat or knit stitches, I'm going to purl. And that gives you what is called the seed stitch. It kind of looks like seeds scattered on the ground. It is a great fill stitch for things like Aran sweaters or blankets, or just filling that blank space, especially if you're doing something like cables. So yeah, that is how you get the seed stitch. And in a later video, I will pull out all of my sample swatches and show you the visual difference separately of garter stitch, stocking, seed, moss, double seed, double moss, things like that. So that's seed stitch. Thanks for stopping in.